Skyrim is a massive, immersive fantasy RPG, to the point where you can even marry certain NPCs. However, the rules of engagement aren't clearly spelled out for the uninitiated, so here are 9 things to know before you walk down the aisle in The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. The main prerequisite for becoming eligible to marry in Skyrim is possessing an Amulet of Mara. This can be randomly obtained by looting random dungeons, through merchants who happen to have it in stock, or it can be obtained as a quest reward for completing the quest The Book of Love from Dinya Bailu at Riften's Temple of Mara. It can also be purchased from Maramal at the Temple of Mara for a modest 200 gold. This is probably the easiest road to take because, once you've obtained an Amulet of Mara, you must speak to Maramal at the Riften Temple of Mara. This will unlock the ability for eligible NPCs to notice you're on the market. Knowing the list of eligible NPCs is crucial when deciding whom to betroth. Many, but not all, of the NPCs that can follow you are also available to marry, and same-sex couples can marry in Skyrim, so you won't have to worry about missing any specific perks you may want. You can find a full list of eligible NPCs in our Skyrim guide on IGN.com, or check out our picks for the 5 most eligible suitors. After deciding whom to marry, it's not as simple as striding around with a fancy amulet. Each eligible NPC has a unique objective or quest that must be completed before they'll notice you. Think of it as earning their favor. For example, Camilla Valerius' dialogue option to marry will only appear if you've recovered the Golden Claw from Bleak Falls Barrow for her brother.
You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh?
Once you've found your future spouse, head to the Temple of Mara in Riften to participate in your wedding ceremony. Maramal will be there to officiate, and various NPCs you've assisted throughout your adventure will come for the party. If you want to continue through the ceremony, be sure to say, "I do." You can decide to stop the wedding, but if you do, be prepared to get the cold shoulder from your jilted partner.
Get out of my sight.
Later, if you decide to change your mind, you can either try to smooth things over with your ex, or you can find another eligible partner.
Alright, we'll start again, but watch yourself.
After tying the proverbial knot, you'll need somewhere to live with your new life mate. You can either shack up with them where they live, or if you have your own property, whether in any of the available towns, or if you've built your own home in the Hearthfire expansion, you can invite your spouse to come live with you. There are numerous benefits to marriage in Skyrim. Your spouse will prepare you a home-cooked meal once per day, which grants a substantial temporary regeneration bonus to health, stamina, and magicka. And sleeping next to your spouse will give you the Lover's Comfort bonus, which adds a 15% bonus to skill increases. Your spouse will also open a shop and will give you a certain allotment of gold each day upon request. Note that their stock is randomized, but if your spouse was a merchant in their previous life, they can sell you the same stock they would normally. Some NPCs may even follow you on your adventures, even if they typically wouldn't be available as a follower. If you've chosen life as a vampire in the Dawnguard add-on, you can use the quest The Gift to bestow eternal undeath upon your partner. After you've completed a few side quests for the Volkihar vampire clan and you've become married to an eligible NPC, Vingalmo will ask to see you. He will then send you off to use the vampire's seduction power and feed on your spouse. Once this is complete, you and your spouse can live together in eternal darkness, or whatever it is that vampire couples do.
Something's happened. I can't quite remember.
Since there are no attorneys in Tamriel, if you decide that marriage isn't for you, unfortunately the only way to back out of your vows is straight up murder, at least outside of mods or console commands. Is that messed up? If you do go that route, you can re-equip your Amulet of Mara and put yourself back out on the market. Hopefully that demystifies Skyrim's take on marriage a bit, though if you end up adopting any NPC kids, the birds and bees talk is on you. For more Skyrim tips and tricks, check out our picks for the best PC console commands or the full Skyrim wiki on IGN.com.